Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That's about it.
And lunch.
PE and
I was really good at lunch.
That has stayed true to form.
Sean Watson, another step back, which I will say a lot of his problem, that O-line is atrocious. 8 sacks.
Yeah.
8 sacks. That's
Good.
He's going to be back like when Vic came back to the league after the dog did it.
Yes.
You took fire move now.
Damn it!
That is your phone. You say it's a mock draft? I love that intensity. I want this guy on my team. It's a mock draft. No one gives a damn. We're throwing it away. And he broke his phone.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition, episode 88 of Benchwarmers Basement Banter.
88.
88.
Yep.
Dale Jr. says, "What's up?"
Del Jarrett.
Well, Jr. had 88 out of his later years.
Oh, did he?
Yes,
Must
he
have been
did.
after Dale Jarrett retired.
I think you're correct, but Jr. had the Hendrick car number 88 that was like Mountain Dew or something like that. It was green and white. I can see it in my head. Anyways, off topic. Woody would be able to tell us that.
For sure.
For sure. Anyways, welcome. It is Rogers. I don't know why I pointed myself, and Stat Guy.
So I actually did that in an episode not too long ago.
Yeah.
Where I said, I'm Woody. I'm like, never mind. Anyway.
He's Rogers. I am Stat Guy. Make sure to follow us on all the social media you see up top. And we are here to talk about golf. And specifically, this guy right here is going to be who we're talking about. We're going to see, we've seen a lot of debate online about Scottie Scheffler versus Tiger Woods.
Yeah, it's a pretty hot topic on the socials right now.
Very, very much. And then we're also going to do a very special movie review.
Yes.
Whenever we're done talking about this.
Also golf related.
Also golf related, if you might want to figure out who that is, what we're going to talk about. Hint, hint, happy. But anyways, Scottie just finished up winning the Open. He now has 3 of the 4 legs to win the career Grand Slam. He did 2 of them this year. Thought he wasn't going to have as good of a year as he did last year, and Phil Mickelson tweeted, "I don't think Scottie Scheffler is going to win again this year till the Ryder Cup."
He might not lose again until the Ryder Cup.
Literally, the next week after that, Scottie shot like 31 under.
Yeah.
Just insane. But we brought up some stats here, and obviously Scottie is 30 years old. His career is not anywhere done.
No.
At all.
I mean, to be fair, he might have some kind of devastating ankle injury with that damn drive that he's got.
Well, that's just him just hitting clubs, and that's just how he does it. It is amazing to watch that he doesn't fall all the time. It is amazing. But
I think he has twisted his ankle a couple times.
He has. It's
scary sometimes.
It's scary, but
it works for him.
it works. But let's just talk real quick this year. I brought some stats up. Shout out My Golf Spy. I visit that all the time and talk about it all the time. It's one of my favorite websites. Probably is my favorite website to visit, to be honest about it. We pulled up. They just did an article today about this and talked about, breaking down the majors, who really dominated the majors in 2025. We Crunched Numbers is the name of the article. So they did this stats of every player that played in the majors, top 10 players by score 2 par that made the cut.
Okay.
Here. And they
we were talking about this before the show started, and I was looking at this, and I was like, man, Bryson only played in 3 majors. Mm-hmm. Apparently they don't count that on your totals if you did not actually make the cut. Actually, I was thinking Bryson's not that far behind, 10 strokes, and he played less majors, but
no.
Not the case.
To be fair, one person finished under par at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
On the last putt.
Yeah.
On the last day, he finished.
And he had to hit a wild, 30 foot.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous putt. Shout out J.J. Spawn. That was awesome. But even with that, I don't remember what Scottie finished at the Open, but obviously he was over par like everybody else.
It wasn't a ton, though. I was thinking he was 3 or 4.
He was still top 10.
Yeah.
But his total score in the 4 majors, 2 par, is 32 under. The next person made 3 cuts. That's Bryson, 22 under. Then you got Corey Connors. Shout out Corey Connors. Solid year in majors. 3 of them, 16 under Ludwig Oberg.
Oberg, yes.
I got it right. 2 12 unders. Rory made the cut on all 4, but his total score is 11. Xander also made the cut in all 4. His total score is 10. So all this shows is that nobody right now can touch Scottie.
No, it's not close.
It's not close.
I mean, it's shocking that after you look at these stats that he only won 2 of those.
It is.
Because, I mean, he obviously didn't have that great of an Open, but no one had a great Open.
No.
And, well, depending on which Open you're looking at, I guess.
Yeah, U.S. Open. We're
Yeah.
talking. Not the Open, not the British Open.
Yeah.
It's still the British Open.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at the same time though, I think he finished top 10 in every one.
How many you might have to Google this. How many consecutive weeks now are we of being Scottie #1 overall golfer?
Oh, I actually think this is right here. 146.
We're at 146 weeks, which is just shy of 3 years consecutive of being the #1 golfer in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw on, shout out to TikTok, I hate to shout you out, but I saw this on
Yeah,
TikTok.
we still hate you right now.
That if he was the #1 golfer for another consecutive decade, he would still have to go 3 more months to pass Tiger.
Yeah. Now, I will say, I don't think it's too terribly far-fetched that he could be.
It's a lot.
Tough.
It's
tough.
It's tough to imagine.
It's
but
tough
someone
to
to do
imagine.
almost 3 years is a huge deal.
Yes, it is. It is. And quite frankly, nobody's really even gave him a run for his money.
No, I mean, Bryson at times has looked like he could be the #1 golfer
Xander
in the
last
world.
year could have maybe had an argument, but at the same time, he won the 2 majors. Well, Scottie won 7 times.
Yeah.
So even like the FedEx standings weren't close at all.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, Bryson's had a talk, but really all I've said is Bryson just has solidified himself as the #2 golfer in the world to me.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
But he is still like head and shoulders below Scottie. Like, I think that there are days that Bryson can come out and shoot better than Scottie, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But Scottie's the guy. He's that guy.
The consistency is just ridiculous. I for the Open, the first day, I seen he was in 3rd, and I'm like, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
He's gonna win. That's just where it's at. He gets better as the tournament goes on, and if he's top 3 in the first day,
well,
nobody can catch him.
By the end of Saturday,
it was over.
It was over.
It was over.
Sunday was almost pointless. Actually, I think that Scottie, something that we mentioned before, kind of took his foot off the gas a little bit. He came into Sunday, I think, with a 7-stroke lead.
No, he had a 4. He got it up to, I think it got down to 5. He got it up to 7. It got down to 3. He was a little bit everywhere, but it never even felt like it was anything.
No, it was like playing with his food sort of thing. He would take his foot off the gas and he's like, okay, well, let me just birdie this one real quick.
And that's what he does. He makes a bogey, and it's almost like, I think it's like 68% he makes a birdie in the next hole.
Yeah, it was almost like on Sunday, he was just like, if I just shoot even par, I'm good to go.
Yeah, and instead he just almost, flirted with the Open record of lowest total
The real
score.
story of the British Open, in my opinion, was Bryson's blow up on Thursday. If he doesn't have that,
Bryson could have.
I believe he shot a
been
65, 64, and 64 on Saturday.
It was 65, 68, 64.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was a 65 and a 64 in there,
Yeah.
but I knew that he just absolutely went nuclear on Sunday. It was like, man, if he wasn't so far behind already.
At one point in time, he was second on Sunday, and he finished about the time Scottie teed off.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, right now, Scottie just consecutive cuts made 55, 85%. 33% top 5, 61% top 20.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Top 5, that's a bet on FanDuel, my boys.
Yes.
Scottie's probably going to be in the negatives at this point on that bet almost every time.
But now we will move on to Tiger Woods here. And I think the consecutive cuts made and percentage is a pretty good stat that we found on Reddit. Shout out Reddit. 142, 1998 to 2005. That is
7 years of not
7
missing a
years.
cut.
Now, Scottie at this point, if he's been on the tour 4 or 5 years, and he's really only been Scottie Scheffler, the Terminator, for 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, he's working on 3, basically.
So, his body of work is not anywhere what Tiger's is, and they're completely different kind of players. But Tiger, 142 for 7 years, 88% cuts made, 43% top 5, 66% top 20. So he is better than Scottie on both of those, but those are ridiculous numbers for each of them.
Oh, they are, for sure. For him to do it a decade longer than Scottie and still make 10%
That
of
is-
top 5, 10% more top 5.
That is a nutso number. For us, Scottie is the closest we will see, but he's not going. I mean, he's not Tiger. He could get there. I think if there's
his
anybody
last 2 years have been Tiger-esque.
very much Tiger-esque. I will agree with that.
But he's got to do it for 5 more years before we're talking about him catching up to Tiger's. And then at that point in time, you're still like, well, he's got to do this twice as long to be there.
He does.
Like,
But I don't think this isn't like we shouldn't give Scottie Scheffler his flowers. He is ridiculously good at golf, and he is working on being a top 3 player of all time.
and a beautiful actor.
Yes, we will talk to that. We will talk about that soon. But shout out Rory McIlroy for telling Scottie to switch to the mallet putter. I bet he regrets that more than anything in his life.
Yeah, Scottie learned how to putt.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. I was going to say, I'm going to make the comparison to that Tiger is obviously Michael Jordan. Flashy, the GOAT of all time, makes the crazy shots, is exciting, grew the sport in a way that nobody else has or ever will.
Okay, so you made the Michael Jordan comparison, which I love. I still think LeBron's the GOAT right now. Sorry,
Well,
guys.
yeah,
But anyway, that's kind of where I was getting at with this point. Is golf really the only major sport that has a clear-cut GOAT?
Wayne Gretzky exists.
Ovechkin, though.
You can take away Gretzky's goals, which Ovechkin has,
And he'd
still
more
have
points.
the career points by a large margin.
I get that, but like that is at least making it more of a discussion than we have with golf right now.
Well, no, because Jack Nicklaus exists
fair.
as well. So,
Fair.
but I would,
Okay.
to me, the clear GOAT in all sports, which we're talking about doing an episode on that, is Gretzky.
Clear GOAT in all sports, man.
As far as like their sport, that is the GOAT. There's
Tom
not.
Brady's entered the chat.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the least disputed.
yeah. I think it's still Gretzky.
Okay.
It's not. We're not gonna do this though. That's a whole other episode.
I would love to do that.
We are going to do that episode, but we're not going to do that right now. But that is a fun episode to eventually do, and Woody would need to be here for that too.
He'd have words.
Anyways, the comparison I was making before we got off that tangent is Scottie Scheffler's Tim Duncan,
Okay.
and I think that's
Mr.
like
Fundamental.
Mr. Fundamentals.
There ain't nothing fundamental about that string. It's just that swing.
No, except for it's fundamental where it lands.
Yeah.
He hits fairways. He's always like top 5 or even top 3 fairways hits. Tee to green, he's always number 1. His approach shots, he's definitely number 1. Nobody can touch him on irons.
No.
And his putting is now top 20, and that's why he's been doing.
That's why he's a problem.
That's
right
why
now.
he's done what he's done the last 2 years. Is that putting has got the top 20, and if he has a bad putting day, I think you said this last time when he won
If
the
he has a
PGA.
bad putting day, he's top 10. If he has a decent putting day, he's top 5. If he has a good putting day, he wins.
If he
Actually,
has
he has a
no
decent putting
putting
day.
day, he wins. If he has a great putting day or great putting tournament, he blows everybody out.
Yeah, that's
Which
fair.
he's done PGA and the Open. He blew everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Tiger has the career Grand Slam 3 times. What the hell?
Yeah.
15 total majors. Jack still has 18 though.
Yeah.
5 Masters. A consecutive cut. The total of number 1 or weeks at world number 1. His in majors from 1997 through 2013, Tiger Woods negative 126 to par.
Wow.
So that is quite a bit. Now I will say Scottie not played in that many, but he's probably close to. He's gonna be a heck of a low number there. He's 32 under this year,
Right.
in majors. So it's nothing to sneeze about. It's just Tiger's longevity, and they're completely different players too. Tiger would, as you said, he'd step on the throat, he'd win by 15 strokes or whatever.
Yeah.
Scottie doesn't do that. He doesn't necessarily have to. He just kind of goes. He does Tim Duncan things. Goes about what he does and wins.
A lot of the younger crowd that watches golf now that are the Scottie Scheffler fans, didn't get to see how much of a robot Tiger Woods was throughout the entire first 15 years of his career. They saw late Tiger that was a fun Tiger, having like just jabbing at people. Wasn't that great anymore. Missed a lot of cuts. But at one point in time, this guy was a stone cold assassin.
Yes.
He like zero emotion until he won the thing. Just a robot, a golf robot. Scotty's actually got a little bit of a personality. He's showing.
He does. He does. And now we're going to move on to what he's been wanting to talk about the whole time, I believe.
Yes.
We're going to give a review for Happy Gilmore 2. First off, shout out my girlfriend Summer for coming up with this when he was watching the movie. She looked at me and was like, you guys should do a review of it. I'm like, that is a good idea.
Like it.
So we all watched it together with our other friend Malloy that you've seen on here with golf whenever we talk golf when we can get him to actually show up. But what do you think of it?
So it's nothing compares to the original Happy
No.
Gilmore. It was not that. If you wanted a good movie that hit kind of all the boxes, it was a dude movie in my opinion.
Yes.
So if you don't watch golf, like actual professional golf, you didn't appreciate
I
it
was
as
going-
much
I was going to make
as
that
people
point.
that do like
So
it.
the first one, anybody can watch. You don't have to know much about golf.
Yes.
The second one was for all these people, including us. We've played golf for a long time, but we've took it serious in the last 4 years or so.
Yeah.
This movie was made for the guys who started playing during COVID when golf boom had, and the YouTube golf, and everybody that's picked up a club.
Yeah.
And that's what this movie was for. It was for us. We loved it.
We did. It was fantastic. It had the perfect mixture of cameos, but also just fun golf to watch.
Yes.
Shout out to. Did you know that the guy Billy Jenkins, the guy that was the
Yes.
arch
Yeah.
nemesis? That is the guy that played the kid in
Yeah.
the six.
That's Haley Joel Osment.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I knew that immediately. I was like, oh, how about that?
What movie is that?
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. Okay,
Yeah.
I said Sixth Sense. I started to.
I see dead people.
Yes, that's the I See Dead
kid.
People kid.
That's that kid.
So I was thinking that the entire time I was watching that movie, and it didn't hit me until the next day. Because I watched it again.
I've also watched it twice now. Watched it again today. But yeah, it hit all the boxes. The cameos was great. John Daly was just feel like he was just John Daly.
Yeah, I don't feel like they even told him he was in a movie.
No, he just showed up and Sandler was like, "Hey, buddy, let's just talk," and he was there doing John Daly things.
Also, make sure to feed him 3 times a day.
Yes, feed him 3 times a day, and don't let him sleep in your bed or have M&Ms. Or maybe it was if he does, no
if
M&Ms.
he does, no M&Ms.
Yeah, maybe it was that, but him being doing the math and spoiler alert. We should have probably done that when we started the review. But him doing the math and being like, "That's $330,000," and Happy being like, "No, that's $300,000." Well,
Look, if you get a discount,
look, man, if you're so good, you get a discount. That's fine.
But how are you gonna make that scratch?
Yes, it was hilarious. And then him being like, "Happy, what are you doing on the computer?" It was great. It was absolutely hilarious. John Daly is a freaking legend.
Okay,
And-
so we've mentioned a lot of good cameos so far. I mean, I'll even shout out to all the guys on the PGA Tour that were on that, and Live for that matter.
Yeah.
All had their pieces.
Yes.
Scottie Scheffler.
Scottie Scheffler, I thought, stole the movie for me.
Okay, so that was where I was kind of leading to this. Who was your favorite character in this movie?
Scottie just the whole time it builds to it where he's asking Happy questions about stuff.
Yeah.
And when they're on putting on there, he does Scheffler, and then he looks at Shooter, and Shooter's like, "No." He actually puts the gun back in its holster, which I thought was just great. He didn't just put it down; he put it in his pocket like it was a holster. And then obviously, I've seen this 1,000 times on TikTok where he's just like, "Not again!" when the police are coming. I mean, I
Did you
couldn't
notice
hardly
he was even
breathe.
wearing the same shirt?
I did not notice that, actually.
Yes, he was wearing the same shirt that he was wearing arrested, or same color shirt.
Same color, okay. I did not notice that.
That was a nice little tidbit that Titcock showed me.
Yes, I didn't notice that. That's amazing. But yeah, when he's just like, "Not again." Oh, I know the drill, and they kept panning to him in the jail, was hilarious, and he's acted like a hard ass in the jail because he's been there before.
I'm gonna go a different route with
Okay.
my favorite. So you went Scotty, which is a strong offering. I think that Scotty was probably my second favorite character in this. For me, the guy that stole the show is Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Okay,
I
I
will
was.
forever be telling people.
I thought we was just talking to the golfers.
Okay.
On there, no, Bad Bunny is like legit an amazing actor.
Yeah.
He was so good. He made the movie for me.
Yes, I agree, and I will forever be asking people when they're okay if they want a breadstick.
Yes, me too. Do you want breadstick? He does his little thing in the batting cage and then finish off by punching a freaking ball
In
half. And he looks around to Rory and he's like, "Are you okay? Do you want breadstick?" Just hilarious. Bryson with like the few lines he had.
Those are my titties.
Those are my titties was hilarious. I thought all the PJ guys killed it. Xander was hilarious, which if you've watched any
what she said.
Bob Does Sports episodes, you know that Xander is straight up just hilarious.
Yeah.
He is great.
You're not shouting out your boy Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce played who I think is Travis Kelce in real life.
Yeah, I knew we were gonna get there.
I looked over at you guys after he fired Bad Bunny's character, and I'm like, you know, if the shoe fits, I was like, it makes sense he'd be good at a character like this. He seems like he's a dick.
Where's your happy place? It was
was
it
it that waiter
getting attacked by a
getting
bear?
attacked by a bear?
Was it
Yes.
funny?
Poquito.
Obviously, as you can see, we're still chuckling
Yeah.
about it right now.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed
We
the laughs.
enjoyed
There were
it.
so many, like, actually, I thought the second time watching it, which we were a little distracted, my kids were there was a lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on. The second time I watched it, I caught so many little small jokes
Yeah.
that were hilarious.
Yes, exactly. I think, you know, the more you watch it, the more funny it's gonna get. It's not to the first one, but I think the first movie to me is honestly like a top 5 movie of all time for me.
I'm also starting to wonder if LA Golf actually produced the movie.
I noticed that during the movie, and then I sent a thing in our group chat about the equipment that was in the movie and how much LA Golf stuff was there.
I think they might have just funded the movie.
They paid a lot of money.
One way or another.
They paid a lot of money. Happy was playing LA Golf irons and wedges, and he actually, one of those drivers in the scenes was actually Bryson's driver.
Yeah, like
his
one of his backup drivers.
like his personal backup driver. All the Maxi Golf people, spoiler, was all LA. They were all LA Golf
Custom shafts.
custom shafts, exactly. All colored in a certain way. So yeah, LA Golf did a lot, but Callaway was in there a ton. TaylorMade, I think, was in there a little bit too. Obviously, you know, they're going to be on those players' bags that were actually playing as well.
Yep.
With, like, you know, you had the 2 main TaylorMade guys there.
Yeah, and Kapska went all Nike.
He is on Nike, and then
Yeah.
he plays Dunlop Sports, Strixon, and Cleveland.
Yeah.
For his clubs. And then Bryson does Bryson things with clubs.
His own brand.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't like have some kind of wild 3D printed bullshit that he was pulling out of his bag or something.
That would have been hilarious, actually. Just a 3D weapon or something.
Yeah.
They 3D print all my irons. Here's my weapon. We're taking these guys out.
Yeah, like he just has a 3D printer in his bag.
Yes, that would have been hilarious. See, we're coming up with good things to add to our
That
tier.
actually, I would have loved
That I would have died. Like I would have died if he had a 3D printer in his bag. But we are golf nerds, especially me. I'm a huge golf equipment nerd, and that would have absolutely killed me. Like I would have corpsed. I would have been done. But the plot kinda I felt like goes into a little real life, which I thought was weird.
I thought it was strange to have like
Bryson there? I thought the same
Bryson
thing.
playing again. I actually said it while we were watching the movie. I'm like, I bet Bryson somehow ends up on the Maxi team.
Yeah, but he didn't.
But he didn't.
But
And
it was
actually, he was one of the guys that won his round.
yes, it was clearly like PJ versus Liv, aka Maxi, but then you had Bryson over there. I think it was just Bryson's too big to ignore.
Yeah, probably.
Especially, and also came out yesterday, I think, him and Adam Sandler doing the Break 50. Pretty funny.
Almost.
They got very close, but yeah, I thought that it was weird too. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, this Maxi League sounds like they're making fun of Liv, but you got Liv
Playing against them.
You got Mr. Liv. Like, I think, to me, he's the guy on Liv.
I think it started out, it was supposed to be Mickelson, and then Mickelson just hasn't really performed.
Yeah, I think so. And Bryson's just, had this meteoric rise.
Yeah.
And started playing better, too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Bryson is obviously the face of Liv.
For sure. And Rom, maybe last year was a little bit.
Yeah, Rom they thought would do it, and he's still right up there. But
Yeah.
now Bryson's just with his YouTube game and everything else, he's too big to ignore.
He's just one of the bigger faces in golf in general.
Yes, he is.
Because he hits both sides of being a top 3 player and also a giant YouTuber. I think he's got over 3 million subscribers on
And
YouTube.
he also hits the long ball as good as anybody, or better than anybody we've ever seen.
A little bit sad that we didn't see him pumping
I
some
know.
bombs.
I was
since
thinking
kind
that
of the
too.
whole thing.
I thought, I'm like, they could give Bryson a little bone here and have him do it too, because he'd
Yeah.
be Rory also possibly.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't think Rory really ever pumps him 400 like Bryson.
No,
did.
no.
But he's pretty consistent 350.
Yes,
Like,
yes. Yes, he's got the consistency over Bryson. But anything else you want to add on Happy Gilmore 2?
Fantastic movie. I haven't looked at what the look up Rotten Tomatoes.
Last I looked, it was like 70. Obviously, it's one of those that the
You either loved it or you hated it.
well, the critics are not gonna like it as much as the.
They're always rough on a sequel.
They are, and they're just rough on any kind of movie like this. I should have hit Rotten Tomatoes. There it is. Yeah, it's 63% on
So
the
it's
critics,
Yeah.
but it's 70% on us people watching it.
Yeah. Which, honestly, I don't know if you guys know much about Rotten Tomatoes. That's actually a pretty solid score.
Yeah, just for reference, the first one, 63% regular on the critics, 85% on
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
And to be fair, it's about right where I think I would put them.
Yeah.
And that's not knocking number 2. Number 1, like I said, to me, is top 5 favorite movie of all time. I love Happy Gilmore.
It's way up there for sure.
It's so great. But Happy Gilmore 2 was really a lot of fan service for us blossoming golfers who, have hit this golf bloom. I mean,
It
everybody
checks
was in
a
there.
lot of boxes.
You had so many cameos. You had the women's golfer. You had you had Nelly.
Charlie Hull and Nelly
You had
Corliss.
Charlie and Nelly in there. You had Paige come in there as well, and it hit all the boxes for me.
So, I'm going to bring this up because I brought it up during the movie. How are we going to make Chubb's son look older than Happy?
Yeah, I agree. I was listening to a
He played the character well.
He did. I was listening to a podcast here, and their only gripe about it was the Nuclear Golf podcast, and their only gripe was, why couldn't we get Tiger here? How amazing would it have been if it had, obviously they talk Tiger Woods, but if they had Tiger as Chubb's son, just wearing a mustache.
Also, hated the Eminem cameo. It was cool that he was in the movie, but he didn't. It sucked, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
see, a lot of people loved it, and I was kind of the same way. I'm like, it was all right.
I mean, with as big of a personality as Eminem is, I just feel like it could have been done better.
Yeah,
And they didn't really make it all that obvious that it was Eminem.
except for him whenever he's like, Detroit, when he was
Yeah.
getting eight
Well,
by
and
the
he said, I
game.
just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought Happy's sons were pretty great, and then his daughter, Adam Sandler's actual daughter, played his daughter, and then
Both of them.
both of them were, and then the other one was like, you remind me of my dad.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool that all the families, or the Sandler family was in there, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just enjoyed the movie a lot. Watched it again.
Well, and his daughter's dance teacher was his wife, wasn't
Yes,
it?
yes, it was. That's what I was getting at. The
Yeah.
whole Sandler family was in the movie, and then Ben Stiller's daughter was the liquor store person in the beginning.
Yeah. And I wish that they would have explained the whole. I feel like Ben Stiller role could have been done a little bit better than it was. There could have been a little bit more story with going on, like how he was just somehow hiding and being a fake AA counselor.
Oh no! On the second watch, he said the judge was his uncle.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I noticed that on the second watch that he's kind of. It was just one line in there where he talked about his judge being his uncle, and the judge is throwing him all these bones. So that's
Gotcha.
where it comes from.
Okay.
So you learned something. Ethan.
There we go.
You did. So, but alrighty, that's been enough golf talk for us today. Make sure to go watch Happy Gilmore 2 if you haven't. If you haven't, I feel sorry.
It was a big hit with us.
We did a lot of spoilers on there if you listen to this and have not watched it. But yeah, it was a big hit for us. I think Malloy liked it a lot too. We will see you again. Make sure to follow us on the social medias and on the Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Amazon Podcast.
All that stuff.
Yep.
Woody would be like, kick! 'Cause that's the only one he knows.
Yes. But anyways.
Get him to log on to Kick if you paid him.
can barely get him to log on to anything.
It's fair. But anyway, Woody would say stay classy, Southern Illinois. But I'm going to say, stay classy, America. Go check out Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes, and we will
Not a
see
sponsor.
you next time.